gotta dig the fact that a punk band picked a Frank Zappa song to sort of name themselves by. So, start off by telling me, what was the influence with Frank Zappa that sort of got you guys to start a punk band with that name?
You should take this one, Mike.
Yeah. Well, when I was gonna start a band, I wanted to call it Joe's Garage from the Frank Zappa album, and then it's kind of weird because now our singer's name is Joey.
Oh,
so kind of weird, but yeah. That's my favorite album he does, and I also like Hot Rats.
It's got some of the best guitar solos. I mean, he's done so many things that are sort of all kinds of different instruments, but when it comes to some great guitar solos, it was definitely Joe's Garage that has a lot of those. And tell me how you guys got together. So I mean, did you guys meet sort of in high school? What got you guys all together?
Well, Josh knew Joey, and then I met Josh, and then Josh suggested Joey to sing in a band.
Yeah, it was downtown Huntington on a summer day.
Oh, nice.
And we were at a pizza shop, and I remember Mike was like, "Hey, do you want to sing for this band, Joe's Garage?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess so. All right, yeah, all right, yeah." And then a day later, we went to his living room, and we wrote a song, and then it was sealed.
What I like about you guys, I mean, that's sort of interesting for me, being such a young band, is, you definitely embrace a lot of the punk sounds that I heard growing up, at least in the stuff that you've played here, and some of that stuff. So, it seems nowadays all the kids in high school, it's like, yeah, let's listen to indie rock, let's listen to a lot of that stuff. What got you guys into punk rock and definitely from what I heard here, sort of the more classic sounds of punk.
Just growing up around it mainly.
Yeah. And what did you guys listen to sort of growing up? What bands?
Lots of, for me it was lots of old school bands like Black Flag and Circle Jerks, Adolescence. A lot of the Orange County.
Did you guys listen to
stuff.
X?
Yes.
Lots of X.
We worship X.
Exene Cervenka was on my show, so she was on my show just about a couple months ago. She's doing a solo project now, but X, and it was amazing to have her here. And this sort of, she's a lot more folky now, but still got that kind of
I saw her on that tour not too long ago.
Yeah, and she's you also think she was doing free shows, and she talked about Viggo. I don't know if you guys know, but she was married to Viggo Mortensen, the guy from he played Aragorn in what was that movie? Lord of the Rings. That was her husband.
What? Really?
Yes, she was
my God!
She has a kid from so Viggo Mortensen and Exene Cervenka were married, and they divorced. But it's very interesting, and so she talked about Viggo a little bit. So yeah, she dated Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
So her child is fighting people and
orcs.
half orc killer, half musician.
Yeah, I saw the feet. It's pretty hairy, very hot. So let's jump into a track right now, and then we're going to come back and chat with you guys a little more. So, again, I want to preface sort of the sounds that we heard. I have to apologize for Pirate Cat Radio. We have sound constraints here, and, sometimes I wish bands could just turn up the volume and sort of, we can experience bands the way they're supposed to fucking be heard.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen here because of stuff. So what we heard was a scaled-down version of Joe's Garage.
Extremely
scaled down. So
usually we're all the way up on 11.
Bass is pretty good. The bass is good.
The bass was good.
Bass is not good.
But the track that I have, the track that I have queued up right now is "Work to Die." So you guys want to sort of lead me into that track and the listeners into that track?
This is one of our more recent songs. It's more experimental.
Come on, you're in high school. You don't work to die.
I know,
No,
but
yeah.
it's not necessarily about us.
It's not.
It's about everybody.
It's about everybody. So are you guys Bad Religion fans?
Yeah, I like.
They have the
I
new
like
album
stuff.
that's coming out, so that's sort of the reason.
Another new one.
They have a sort of their 30th anniversary. They've been together for 30 years. They have an album coming out September 29th called Descent of Man. And then Greg Graffin, I don't know if you guys know, the lead singer is a professor at UCLA.
Yes.
And he has a book coming out also that sort of covers evolution of anarchy. And so it's an anarchist view on evolution, and that's also coming out September 29th.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, Joe's Garage, this is Work to Die. We'll be back and we'll chat with them some more.
Come on!
you guys are so angry. So young. Anyway, that was Work to Die off Joe's Garage. So that's the band we just finished listening to here on Pirate Cat Radio. The show is Torrential Dissonance every single Saturday from 2 to 8 p.m. You know what? The alcohol's not kicked in yet, so I need to drink more. Anyway, Joe's Garage. We talked a little bit about how you guys got together, and so where can people go to find out sort of more about you guys? And before, you know what, let me sort of backtrack. Let me ask you guys. So you're in high school right now. Sort of, you've got a band. You guys, you're touring, so you're into it. So what's going to happen sort of after you guys graduate? I mean, do you plan on keeping the band together?
Who knows?
Yeah, we're honestly just kind of just
looking at you guys. I know no one's going to college, so
we're honestly just kind of
joking.
It's funny.
We're just well, this guy over here.
This guy. Yeah.
But we're basically in this. I like to see it as we're in this really big bus, and we're just kind of driving.
Who's driving?
All of us are all in the
Our imagination.
All
our imaginations crap out.
I'm not getting on the bus.
all of us are in the driver's seat, but Josh right here, the drummer, is probably way in the back.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
We talked about this the last band. Why is it? It's always, I'm going to say, I've been in a lot of bands in my life, and it's always the bassist and the drummer, the freaking two hardest positions to find in any of the bands. And I've always found the most musical because, and I don't know if that's true in this case, but it's always been the hardest thing, and you guys are probably in the era of Craigslist where you guys go find a bandmate on Craigslist. When I grew up, I had to go to the Guitar Center wall. There was this wall on the Guitar Center where people kind of posted, hey, bassist looking for band, and that's where we looked. But so you mentioned, so sort of Joe's Garage future is uncertain right now, but I mean, do you guys plan on sort of keeping in like music as sort of part of your life, or is music just really a hobby right now?
No, it's definitely a part of life.
Every one of our lives is.
Yeah, if the band's not around at some point,
it's another band.
We'll probably be doing something else. Then.
Yeah,
there'll be another band. Yeah,
Mike right here is in like 20,000 bands.
Oh, is he? It's it's the awesome thing, like you probably know at this point, girls love guys in bands, so you guys have that down. So in college it's even more true. So like once you guys go to college, like stay in a band, or at least say you're still in a band. Joe's Garage, girls are gonna you'll be going to every party.
Throw a couple CDs out there.
Exactly. Any other tours planned for you guys? You mentioned you just finished sort of can we call it a West Coast tour?
Yeah. Yep. Northwest. Yeah, northwestern. Don't know where we are. Region.
And so, what kind of like made you guys go up that way? I mean, is punk sort of something that's still like, like what chose?
We had nothing to do with the tour. Our friend, he texted me. Our friend Tyler, he's like, Joe's got to go on a road trip. He's like, let's go to San Francisco. I was like, cool.
All right, yeah.
He emailed me. He's like, I have weed. Book my band and I'll give you weed. That's how you guys came on this band.
Yeah,